This is video number 4 on building the wall. So we're going to walk you through each of the different phases for building this wall over the month of December of 2020. So let's get right into it. Boom! What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Joannis or Joe Hotagua. I'm a Sierra Leonean American. And if you want to know what it's like to build a house in Africa, then this is the video for you. All right, guys, so this is video number 7 in our series about how to build a house in Africa or building a house in Africa. And this is video number 4 on building the wall. So I have a larger series on building a house in Africa, and then there's kind of a mini series on building this wall, because this wall was a labor of love and it took many different trips. So we're going to walk you through each of the different phases for building this wall over the month of December of 2020. So let's get right into it. All right, cool. So in this video, what you'll see is basically a completed project, right? All of the pillars are in place. All the walls are up. The fence is done. The door and the gate is done. The one thing that needs to be added is from one street, people can actually easily jump over it. So what we're doing is we're going to be adding a couple of rows of blocks to some of the walls on the outside, on the left side of the property. We're also going to have to talk through barbed wire and all that kind of stuff too. But yeah, this video is really just to kind of talk about what the finishing touches that are going to be done on this wall look like. But you get a chance to kind of see what it looks like when you have almost a completed project of building a wall on the property. So without further ado, check it out. What's up, guys? So we're back at the site, and you can see the fence is almost done. So the wall behind me, or fence or wall, we call it a fence here, but it's really a wall. The wall behind me is the wall that's facing the street. There's a side street there. And then that's the back of the property. So they've actually finished most of that. They just have 2 pillars left to do. You can see the wood they're placing up to kind of hold the pillars in place, the cement pillars. And then if you look at the front's already done too. So they've really done a good job of getting this done in the time frame that I gave them. It's really fast, actually. I mean, we've gotten this done in less than 30 days. So I expect to be able to have everything done before I leave. And then the finishing touches of just adding the barbed wire will be done as well. And the last thing that needs to be added is a gate there. So the actual gate for the entrance, there's going to be a temporary gate until we start working on the house. And we're going to actually have a sliding gate that goes across here. But yeah, that's it for now. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I see the weeping hole there, yes.
Water gonna split. All the pressure will not enter in your own compound.
Right. And then some will come in here. And then this is the gutter here. So it'll take it right to the front, to the street. Let me go down and look, see what that looks like. Okay, and then there's I see, and then it'll go all the way down through that hole down there to exit into the street. Okay, so we're back at the site. We're almost finished. As you can see, the walls are up on all 4 sides. We're gonna just walk through everything that's been done so far and what is left to be done. So I'm gonna leave that to Sammy to talk through it. So in the front, you can see the retaining wall and the actual blocks that were built on top.
It's up high enough. We put a temporary gate from his old house that he wants to keep some of the memories alive. So when he walks into the gate, he remembers that he had an old house here that was made out of these sheets. Yeah. Well, we've done the side. The side, we're gonna do a little bit of adjustment. If you come inside, along the wall there, you can see that it's pretty high because the surface level on the inside is a little bit lower, but then on the outside, the surface level is higher. But eventually, when the road is done, that's going to be cut down to match to the level that's down there on the road. We finished that. If you look behind you, you can see from the front. So basically, you can see the height from the inside of the retaining wall with the seep holes for any water irrigation to go out. And then you also see when we walk back there, you're going to see the main drain that's going to be taking water from the back that's diverted all the way to that main drain that's going to be spilling into the main drain for the road that'll be going down.
So if we look back here real quick, the boathouse, the boathouse was here. And so the pans that Sammy was talking about that are used for the temporary gate were sitting on top of this boardhouse that was 3 stories high. So when we tore it down, if you might remember, this was all uneven ground. So they've leveled it out just a little bit so it's easier to walk around. And then in the front, just the other thing that we wanted to mention was like water tends to come in through this property and sometimes through the ground. So that those weeping holes is what lets the water go out to the front. So this was an old tree in the back that we had to cut down. I'm going to use that trunk as like a coffee table at some point. So I'm going to have somebody come in and cut that out. We're going to use that and keep that so that we have that memory as well.
So to the back, we've done the same thing. We've put in a retaining wall all along, starting from there, all the way coming down in the other wall there, just to protect against any water.
So this is the retaining wall here.
Yeah.
So when water comes up against the back from the other property, it doesn't eat away at these blocks. It hits the retaining wall and then just comes down along this slope.
So along here, you see that there's a hole for the main drain. There's actually one on this side, and actually this fence too has another one on that side that they've done. So the main water from the property, even from the road or from anywhere that comes out, will be coming through here. It'll be stepped down, running down to that slope, all the way down to the front.
And then right out to the front of the property.
Yep.
Straight into the road. And this fence was already done. The fence to the left was done by the next door neighbor.
The retaining wall that they did, that's pretty much what we followed the level, so that as for their fence not to be eaten into by blocks. Because if you look down there, you can see that they started using some blocks down there lower, so that's why the level of the retaining of the drainage is sloping in that manner.
So like down here he's talking about started using blocks as opposed to the retaining wall. So these are blocks. The retaining wall is here. It's like flush straight cement. You can see that they use blocks and they started even putting it down lower.
Yeah, exactly.
Down there.
So as to prevent for anything in the future happening, if you look towards the front there, you can see that that's the exit hole. Then you can see that we've now put blocks at the end there because it's higher. If you look from here, you can see the level is much higher there. So that's the reasoning why we use blocks at the end there. And this is all concrete. Pure concrete from there, running all the way down to the end of where the temporary housing is for the storage. And then after that, we've used blocks because it's dipped down too low. Right. There's no way water is gonna be high.
This was just pure dirt before. This was dirt. They added cement base on the ground and this wall here for the gutter.
Yeah. So basically, that's phase 1 of Joe's initial property before we met this an open space. And now it's an enclosed space that's way more secure. I hope he's pretty happy. I mean,
I am happy.
Timeline was 6 weeks or 7 weeks, but we did it in 3 weeks, which is not bad.
It's half the time.
He pretty much pushed us, but I always try to get his expectations to be longer.
Yeah, and we managed expectations early, but under promise and over delivered.
Yeah,
so it worked out. It worked out. And the other things we have to do are like maybe just more purely cosmetic. You know, maybe adding a row on the outside on the left. And then the other thing that we're going to do eventually is add barbed wire to the top. That's what a lot of people do here. It's not just the fence that they use to keep people out, but barbed wire is also a deterrent because, you know, as anybody knows, barbed wire makes it difficult to climb a fence. So we're going to be adding that as well. So we're just looking to add that and maybe potentially a door in the back and then water main supply. But that's not going to be on Sammy and his team to do. We'll have somebody else help with that. But yeah, I'm really happy with what we've gotten done so far. I mean, today is what, December 21st?
21st?
Yeah, November 30th.
Yeah.
November 30th was the first video we shot here. So yeah, less than a month, 3 weeks, and all this has been done. With all said and done, it'll be about a month that it took to do. There's a break now because everyone's going home for Christmas, upline in different places. But when everyone comes back, maybe another week or two.
Week?
3 days. Yeah.
Even.
To finish the rest of it. Yeah. So it'll be about a month when it's all said and done. Basically 4 weeks total. So this first one, just adding 1 row to the top here. This third panel is adding 2 to the top here. That one there, we're going to add 2 rows. And then that one up there, we're going to add 1 row. All right, cool. So that's what it looks like to have an almost fully finished wall on your property. Now, this is video 4. So this was over about a 4-week span. You know, each week I went back to the property to kind of look at the progress. And this is where we are today. So if you found it interesting, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends. Anybody who's planning to build a house in Africa, they might need to know this information. So make sure you share it with them so they know exactly what they're going to have to go through to build this house. Next video, we'll talk about the last finishing touches to the house. You'll get a chance to see the barbed wire. You'll get a chance to see kind of everything as the final finishing touches on the house. So I'll see you all in the next video. All right, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, like, comment, and share it with your friends. All right, see you on the next video.